every first-time home buyer should protect themselves with these 4 things in the contract, and we're going to go through them, right? They're called contingencies. Simply, these are conditions only if, right? Meaning I'll buy this house if the appraisal, financing, inspection, and title all checks out. If one of them fails, I can renegotiate, cancel, and keep my good faith deposit, right? This is the earnest deposit that you put in the contract. Some people put $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, really depending on the property that you're buying. So the first way to protect yourself is bank appraisal contingency. Simply put, if I'm offering $700,000 in Bayside, Queens here, and sellers accepts it, but I want to make sure my bank, right, the lender that I'm choosing, they're going to hire an independent appraisal and they're going to confirm the value of it, right? Bank doesn't want to lend you money if the value for the property is not there, right? So if the offer accepted price is $700,000 and the appraisal value is $650,000, you have $50,000 gap there. So with that gap, if you don't have this contingency or this paragraph in the contract, then you would have to bring that $50,000 out of your pocket to cover that. Not a lot of us have that amount of money sitting around to pay that off, right? So you want to make sure with this appraisal contingency, you can renegotiate and say, hey man, we have $50,000 gap. Can we renegotiate 25,000? 30,000, whatever your realtor can help you. You can split the difference or simply walk away from this and get your money back, right? Second is your financing, right? A lot of us give a pre-approval and then 6 months down the line, right, that your job changed or something happened where you're not able to get the loan, right? And this contingency or this paragraph is going to save you from that, right? So you were pre-approval and you went under contract in Hicksville in Long Island, right? 3 weeks later, then your employer downsizes and you lose your job, right? You're middle of the application and then you find out you're losing your job. What's going to happen, right? And you put down $20,000 on the contract. If you get that denial letter from your lender, then you should be able to get your money back with this contingency, right? Speak with an attorney before you sign the agreement, okay? Next is your home inspection. This typically we would like to get it done before you go under contract, but some people will go under the contract and then do a home inspection. You just want to make sure this contingency is in there where that inspector comes in, you hire that inspector and that person checks the roof, boiler, electric, foundations, everything that you and your realtor could not see. So you can see that most of the properties in Queens and Long Island, they're 60 years old or even older than that. Some of them are 100 years old, right? So you just want to make sure that the inspection report comes in. The inspection cost might be around $500 to $800, but the hidden repair might be $25,000 or more, right? So you can save a lot when you do a home inspection, okay? And the last one is your title. You want to make sure that the seller actually owns the house. There's no unpaid liens, right? Additional liens. One of the most common ones that we see, maybe this seller did some work, right, for renovations and did not pay their contractor. And the contractor put a $35,000 lien on the property, right? You are not responsible for that. The old seller should be responsible for that. You don't want any surprises. You don't want any open permits attached to that property, right? You want to make sure that you have a clear title. So this way the seller will be responsible for that, right? So as you can see, there's plenty of things that is going to protect you. You want to review the contract before you sign it. If you have any questions, please call us 516-218-1297.